So folks, let me explain you from the scratch what we saw. So you can do accordingly and you can generate a jar and complete your deployment. To start with, start your Eclipse. Yep. It will take some time to load it. It will ask for the workspace. Okay. You directly give launch, not a problem, because I'm changing my workspace to start my scratch. Directly give launch, don't worry. So that Eclipse will take a bit of time and start its launch. Maybe hardly a minute. Yep. It will go and start its launch. Yep. So you can see the Eclipse gets launched. Everything will be blank. So you have to create your own project and start. First thing, you have to start with file, new, other. Okay. You have to create a Maven project. It's going to be Maven. And then give Maven project. Okay. So you need to give Maven project. Next, check this box, create a simple project. Check this box and then give next. Give Spark first and then you can copy paste the same artifact ID also, not a problem. Group ID and artifact ID and give finish. So it will take 30 seconds hardly to create this project. You can see the progress at the bottom. Here you can see the progress for everything at the bottom. Okay. So go ahead. Now the steps are, you have the project created. You have to get the Spark environment. Before that, you need to do some setup. So right click this project, configure, add Scala nature. You'll get this extra box, Scala library container. Right click this Scala library container, build path, configure build path. You'll have this one, give edit. You'll see at the right place, edit, change 2.11 bundle, 2.11 bundle dynamic, finish it off. In the same pan, you'll see that 2.11 gets changed here, right? You'll see the 2.11 gets changed here. In the same pan, you will see JRE system library as well. In this JRE system library, click this, you'll see J2SC, edit it out. And you'll see this box, click alternate JRE. And then you'll not see anything, 80172, JRE 180, 172, you'll see, don't click that. So go ahead with installed libraries. Install libraries, you have to click add. Then let it be standard VM, give next. Then click directories at the top, directory. Once you click the directory, you'll see a pan gets open. Go to this PC or my computers or C drive where you have Java installed. In my case, it's this PC, Windows C, program files, Java, click JDK, type that folder. That's it. Don't go inside. Just type that. Just click that folder. JDK 180.172. Click OK. That's it. Give finish. Apply and close. Once you give this, if you drop down it further in the alternate JRE, you'll see JDK as a new one. Give JDK 180.172 and click that and finish it off and apply and close. So this is gonna be your next step. So install Java. So you have SRC Java, right? You can right click this, refactor, rename. Rename it as from Java to Scala. Similarly, there will be source test Java. Right click, build path, refactor, rename, Scala. Once this is done, right click source main Scala, new package. Type it as Spark Pack. Any name is fine. Just go ahead, Spark Pack. Okay. Finish. I can have SNP caps, anything you can give. Finish. A package gets created here, right? You can see a package gets created here, right? Right click that package, right click object. Folks, In case if you could not able to see this scalar traits, if you can't see this anything on scalar part, don't worry. Go to other, type scalar here. Sorry. Go to other, see scalar here. You will see scalar object here. Click this, right? Next, then give name here, spark pack dot spark obj. So this is scalar object. Give finish. Give finish. So you can see the progress at the bottom right corner. So an object gets created. Okay. If you want to zoom it out, control plus signature, you can zoom in. Okay. You can zoom out with minus. Okay. So you have this. If you want, and again, you want to create an object in the new itself, you may see scale object. If not, go to other. Okay. So once this object gets created, you can test this object by giving a main method. And let's print hello world. Okay. Def main args array string. That's it. Just type it out. This should be your case. Okay. Please ensure, folks, type it with case sensitive. Everything should go on fly. So please not do any mistake here. A main method gets created. Type println. Type hello world. Okay. You'll see this hello world. Right click, run as scale application. Or even you can click this, give OK. Okay. Immediately the job will run and print hello world. So from this point, your Scala is working properly, right? So then you have to create your own job, right? So what you have to do to get the Spark environment, you need to add up the jars. To add Spark jars to this, right click, right? Right click the project, build path, configure build path, right? Go to libraries. You will see add external jars. Click add external jars. Go to the Spark where you have downloaded and extracted. I mean, Spark 2.3.1 or something, which got extracted from some Spark RAR file, right? Click that. Go inside. You have jars here, jars folder. Select everything using Control A or something, or select manually or something. Give open. So if you see, all the jars gets loaded to your project. So this means we got the Spark environment. Okay, that's it. Give apply and close. That's it. So I have powered this project with Spark right now. So you have to go ahead and giving the code here. See the code, how I'm injecting the code. So this is a code pattern which I just gave, right? So take the imports first. Take the imports first, okay? And after package, place this imports, okay? Then place this configuration files. So I'll tell you what is this configuration. Place this configuration, yeah, and enter. And you need to place your code here. This is your code which you got executed from Spark Shell, right? So reading the data from TXNS, gym data, filtering the gymnastics data, removing the target directory if that exists in the HDFS side. This is a path. This is the one which you have to use. And gym data dot save as text file. So that's it. Your code has done. Remember, you can't run this. You can't run right click run as. That is not possible because these are Cloudera paths. So to build this as a jar, you have to right click the project, run as Maven build. Okay, click this Maven build. You'll get this goals, profiles, and user settings. In goals, type install package. Install package. Give OK. Then your progress would run. You can see at the console side, and you'll get build successful. The jar has built, right? You'll get build successful. Once this is done, your jar is ready. In the target area, in the target side, right click, refresh this, simply just refresh this. You'll see the target. If not, right click the target, go to properties. You'll get this box, click this right button, click this right button. Okay, you'll see you directly fall into that folder where you have that project in your local. Go inside this target folder, you'll see the jar created. This is the jar, help you to check this. So most important, to check whether this jar is perfect, right click 7-zip, open archive. In this open archive, you should see two folders, MetaInf, SparkPack, your package. Inside this package, double click this, OBJ. This should be there. What could be a possible issue, sir? Close this 7-zip, okay? I'm opening it again. What are the possible options, sir? The SparkPack may not be available at times, so go with MetaInf. Only MetaInf will be there. So that means that your jar is not properly built. Okay, your job is not properly built. So you should have this package. Inside that package, you should have object. Then only it means it is properly built. So don't forget to close this 7-zip. That is very important. Once you open and check, you must close it or else it will give some issues. So close this. Open WinSCP. Open WinSCP. Give your user ID password. How you connect to PuTTY. Open this WinSCP. Create a folder here. For example, Spark jars. I created one folder known as Spark jars, right? So here I created a folder. I'm clicking this off and copy your jar here. That's it. You're all set to deploy this jar. Okay. So go to PuTTY now. Go to PuTTY. So I'm going to connect to PuTTY now. 92.168.06 for me. Cloudera. And Cloudera. Okay. So I got the folder. So let me increase the font size, everything. Yes. So just to ensure whether I have Spark jar available. See, this is a jar which I just copied. Okay. So I'm coming back to the normally folder. So I'm going ahead with the submitting this jar, running this jar. The command to run this jar is spark hyphen submit. Check the spellings, folks. It's very important. Master local open close star, right? Hyphen class. Here is the place you need to give package.object, which you created in your Eclipse. Go ahead to the Eclipse if you want. Close this. Take the package, Spark Pack. This is a package. And this is the object, right? So take that names. Spark Pack. What is the object name? Spark OBJ, right? You can give anything. The one which you created, that matters, right? So give OBJ. Then give the jar path. Home, Cloudera, Spark jars, Spark first dot jar. So this is your Spark submit command. Simple. I repeat, Spark submit, master local, class Spark pack.spark obj, and give the jar path. And trigger this. This job would run. Yeah, this job would run. And finally, after the job gets completed, you can able to see the data got generated in the HDFS side. Okay. This is how the deployment goes, folks. See the step-by-step execution and accordingly do the same. And lab folks, accordingly change your paths. If I'm using Zybrona 2733, change accordingly the path. If you're using 217971, change accordingly the path. The job got completed. So check whether your target directory. What is a target directory I have? I have given in my program. This is my target directory I have given. User Cloudera Gym data. That's it. Check whether you got the target directory. Hadoop fs-ls user Cloudera Gym data. So You should have got one or two. That depends on part files. Anything is fine. Okay. So you should have got two part files or one or more part files. Definitely you should have got it. You can read the data and check. I'm reading the entire directory. User Cloudera gym data start. I'm reading the entire directory. Now you'll see only the gymnastics data. So you'll see only the gymnastics data. So this is how the deployment to work. Please complete this as a task and let me know. Thank you, folks.